Alright guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here. We are back with My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode number 3. I keep wanting to say Season 3. Is it just me? Like, 4 is such a high number. Like, I can barely count that high. Okay, so. A couple things from last episode that I want to talk about. First of all, holy shit, it's been a week, and I still feel like, holy shit, what happened last episode? It was crazy. I feel like the stakes are just so much higher. Again, I don't know what it is about the trailers and the opening and overhaul as a whole. This arc feels dark. It feels sinister. Maybe it's because this is the first true arc with, looking back, like All for One was a major thing and all, but like it kind of feels like a prequel. Like all of that was like showing us All Might and everything. But now that he's retired, like again, as Overhaul said, both sides are leaderless. It just feels like everything is so much more treacherous right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me that feels that, but I do want to point out, however, though, last episode was not the first time we've seen people die in this show. I completely forgot. We have seen people die. Like when Dobby fucking incinerated an alleyway full of just random low-tier villains. And I think also the Shie Saikai, didn't they like burn like a little truck full of like low tier villains who are trying to steal some shit? What is it with villains burning other villains, by the way? Like, there's no other way to kill people, just burning them alive? Well, I guess we found out last week there definitely is another way. But yeah, not the first time we've seen death, but it's the first time we've seen like a character we know die. Magna. Like, that's a character that I didn't expect to just go poof in an instant like that. I do want to mention, I didn't actually realize this when watching the first time, but it's pretty obvious. The bullets are what were erasing the quirk, seemingly, or that erased Compress's quirk. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if the bullets themselves are part of the gun guy's quirk or whatever. Overhaul's quirk is still a mystery. It's seemingly like, my guess after rewatching is that, again, he's a very clean freak kind of guy, right? So maybe like. And you saw when he took off his gloves, like he started getting all these like bumps on his skin. Maybe like he's like a disease, literally. And like if he scratches somebody and gets like a bit of his DNA inside of somebody, they blow up. Or just some weird reaction happens, like when Compress got his arm blown off. Or I don't know. I don't know what Overhaul's quirk is. Maybe that's not it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe like you take the name Overhaul. I don't really know how that would give us a hint as to what it might be. But anyways, towards the end of the episode, again, Midoriya and Mirio went to pay Night Eye a visit, and he's definitely not what I expected. I will say that straight up. He is not at all what I expected, but I am excited. I completely forgot. I thought about this after recording the episode, but do you remember when All Might early in season 1 said that there was a certain amount of people who knew what his quirk was? I wonder if I feel like there was like 1 or 2 people that we just hadn't heard of. Night Eye was probably one of them, I would assume. I want to kind of go back to that and see if we know all the people who knew what All Might's quirk was now. But I don't know, maybe Night Eye, no, Night Eye I feel like definitely did know, because All Might said that Night Eye was worried about, what All Might would become if he used his quirk too much, because he kind of said, Night Eye warned me. And that's kind of why he doesn't want to talk to Night Eye, is because, Night Eye told him, like, hey, if you overuse this, you're going to become some decrepit old man who can't use his quirk anymore, and look at where we are now. I completely forgot about that. I'm going to look that up afterwards. Or not look that up. I'm going to look back and see how many people All Might said knew his quirk, because I kind of want to look back on that. Anyways, though, that's completely out of left field, completely unrelated to what we're going to be watching today. Again, Season 4, Episode 3. I'm ready to get into it. It's been a long 4.5 minutes before we get into the episode of a discussion. It's pretty long. But anyways, I'm ready to get into it. As always, the link is at the top of the description. It'll take you to Vimeo. You can watch the reaction highlight there, and then head back here afterwards for the post-episode discussion. With that out of the way, let's get into the episode. Well, dude, that end after credits scene, again, I just the vibe this season is giving off is just so like I know like you know how you always kind of get this feeling with every season of any anime where you feel like holy shit this is the best thing ever, this is gonna top all the other seasons. Then you look back, you're like, okay, I mean it was good, but so were the other seasons. But like I'm telling you right now, based off what we've seen so far, this has the potential to be the best season by far. Like it just well maybe not by far, definitely not by far, but just the it just feels like I don't know. I like I'm not trying to say My Hero Academia hasn't been a serious and or dark show. It definitely has been. It's had its very serious moments, but some about this it just I'm so intrigued and I'm really curious to see like I mean part of it is the like Overhaul seems like such a cool villain to begin with. The Shie Hisaikai, the I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but I just the vibes I'm getting so far. So we saw the girl again. What's her name again? I want to say it's Eri, but I don't want to look it up, obviously, because of spoilers. But again, we got her name in one of the trailers. So who is she? We still have, like who is she? She's obviously gonna be very important in the season. She's in the opening and the ending and every one of the trailers and everything. But who is she? She apparently lives with Overhaul. I'm guessing like maybe. I wonder if she's like a captive of the Shie Hisaikai and they want her for some reason. I gotta think she definitely has a quirk because like her horn and everything, she's got a quirk. Maybe her quirk is important to them and that's why they have her. That'd be my biggest guess. I mean, unless again she's just like a sister of Chisaki's or something, but they don't really look alike. So I don't know. I didn't like the thing with My Hero Academia that I sometimes really forget is how like quick things move along. Like things very rarely like let's take a look at the last time we had hero internships. That lasted for like barely any time at all before Stain showed up and everything went to shit. Like this seems all happy and cheery right now, but there could be like they could some shit could break loose literally next episode, which is like you always have to be on your toes with this show is what I'm trying to say from what I've seen so far. So let's go back to the little test that Midoriya had with Night Eye. Very reminiscent of like Team 7 in Naruto having to get the ball from Kakashi. One of those type of tests. Deku had to get the stamp from Night Eye to stamp the contract. And Night Eye is openly saying, hey, I don't like you. I don't like that you're All Might's successor. I don't think you deserve to be All Might's successor. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to absolutely humiliate you right now. And that's exactly what happened. Night Eye's quirk is foresight. He needs to touch somebody and lock eyes with them. I don't know if it has to be at the same time or not. I don't think so. But when he does that, he can see the choices that somebody will make up to 1 hour in the future. Now, what's very interesting about this quirk is it is incredibly vague so far. I assume there are limits to it as to like how he perceives choices that people make, but for us right now, we like, as Midoriya was saying in the middle of like, or thinking in the middle of trying to make a strategy, like, what are the, like, how does this work? Can he see, for example, I really like the idea of throwing the cabinet and getting the papers everywhere. And like, if they're just randomly throwing papers, like it's not part of my plan that this paper happened to fly over here. It's what happened because I threw the cabinet. So like, would he be able to see that? And seemingly he could. He said, that one, that I can see that too. But again, there's other questions to it, I would assume. I can't really think. Like, it's a very abstract way. Like, you have to think in a very abstract way to really, like, comprehend, like, the possibilities of what Night Eye could be seeing. And I guess it's hard to express because we don't have that kind of third eye where we can see in the future. I guess it's hard to express what he sees and how he sees it. But it's very interesting. I really wonder if they're going to try and portray it somehow, like if Night Eye gets into a serious fight with a villain, if it's gonna portray like how he's able to see choices and how he reacts to that. Because I think that's like I'm very intrigued with this quirk. It's very interesting, and that's something that I love about this show. All quirks are super interesting and unique and fun. Do we know what Bubble Girl's quirk is? I don't think so. I don't think we do. So again, during that test, Midoriya avoided all of the All Might posters on the wall, which kind of earned the respect, I suppose, of Night Eye. Sort of. He only signed him, like he said, "I will show you," basically why you shouldn't be the one to surpass All Might or to succeed All Might. And that's why he's taken Midoriya with him, is to just show him the reality of how good heroes are, I guess, and how there should have been, there were other people who were more suitable for that role. Specifically, Mirio. So after that, we went back to the dorms where we learned that Tokoyami got a offer from Hawks, who is the third ranked hero. I'm surprised we've never seen him yet. Because, I mean, again, first and second were All Might and Endeavor, but I guess now Endeavor's first. Who is second then? I guess whoever's second now would have been whoever was third before. I can't really remember the heroes, like what their rankings are in the top 10, but we honestly haven't seen a whole lot of them, I guess, the more I think about it. Like, who's even in the top 10? Endeavor, the Orca dude's in the top 10, I think, right? Is Mountain Lady and their little clique, they're not inside the top 10, I don't think, any of them. Oh, the paper guy, I can't remember his name. He's inside the top 10, I think. Yeah, the more I think about it, we don't really know a whole lot of the top 10 heroes. Is Night Eye in the top 10? Did they say that this episode? I don't even know. I don't know. It's something I just kind of forgot that is a thing, the hero rankings. Yeah, so let me quickly go back and check. I don't know. It'd take too long to go back and find the exact episode where they said it, but I could have sworn they said there was like an exact number of people who knew what All Might's quirk was. And that would have included like Recovery Girl, his friend in the police, the principal. Who else? Gran Torino. I feel like there was maybe like 6 or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Maybe we already knew. Well, Night Eye was one of them. He has to have been one of them, right? So that would have been 5 people who knew. And of course, I'm not counting like whoever All Might's sidekick was in the movie. What was his name? David Shield or something like that. He may be new in the movie, but that's filler. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's not very important. Just something that kind of popped into my head this week. Again, Deku and Night Eye now with Mirio and Bubble Girl are investigating the Shie Hisaikai and Shisaki, which again is kind of seems like how everything's gonna tie together. And the fact that literally Midoriya has come across Chisaki now, like in person. I wonder if like that was like something that after credit scene, it almost felt like that's something that will happen later in the show, but won't happen like right now. Because he had said, like Deku was saying in his mind, like after like a certain amount of time, working with Night Eye, then that encounter happened, I think. I don't know though. I guess we'll have to wait till next episode to see exactly like if that's what it starts off with, or if that doesn't happen till later on. That my voice is cracked again. My voice cracked earlier too. I tried to play it off like nothing happened, but Yeah, I mean that pretty much like sums up I think everything that I wrote down from this episode. Oh, one thing I guess I forgot. We who Kirishima was called upon, I guess, by Tamaki? What's his name again? Yeah, Tamaki and Uraraka and Sue were called upon by Nejire. So I'm guessing they're gonna be like recruited in a similar fashion to how Midoriya was referred Midoriya to Night Eye. I'm assuming that's what's like. Because also keep in mind, in the opening at the very end, there are two heroes that we don't know, two pro heroes I think that we see. Maybe they're the people who Tamaki and Nejire are interning for. It's a possibility. I don't know though. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But yeah, I mean that pretty much finishes off this episode. This show's so good. I can't wait another whole week for episode 4, but we will wait a whole week for episode 4. So as always, if you guys want early access and or the full-length versions of these reactions, you know what to do. Click that link down at the top of the description. It'll take you to Vimeo. You can watch the reaction highlight there. No. I did it again. Click that link in the description. It'll take you to patreon.com/sphericalfilms, and you can check that out there. With that all out of the way, though, with that all out of the way, I do thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all 1 week from today with episode number 4 of season 4. Until then, peace out.